Welcome to Science on Film. Today's topic, space travel. To boldly go where no man has gone before. These are the long-lasting words of whomever is the captain of an enterprise. Even before the iconic space and time travel TV show Doctor Who hit our screens in 1963, humanity has been dreaming about venturing into the great beyond. Every television show and film surrounding deep space serves as a representation of imagining how life could be, traveling into the far reaches of the galaxy. Each intellectual property has put forward its own ideas on what space travel would look like. The biggest obstacle to space travel is not necessarily gravity. It is the inability of the scientists to think outside of the box. All of their ideas for craft going into space is via the use of land-based vehicles that invariably are hindered by gravity's grasp. Because of the full pull of said gravity, great thrust is needed by land-based vehicles to break free of those gravitational forces. They have to pack as lightly as possible. This would make it very expensive to take multiple trips to the moon and back, ferrying the parts to build a viable station. Yes, the moon is very important to the plan for humans if travel to Mars is desired. The moon would serve as a perfect waypoint where interstellar spacecraft would be built to take humankind to Mars and beyond. While we are on the subject of Mars, the TV show The Expanse portrayed a Martian republic created by humans. Martians have no experience with the gravity on Earth, so to visit Earth, they must undergo conditioning, which includes the use of medication. It was the only way to survive. This brings in an important point. As humans spread out into the cosmos, and humans being born away from Earth, it may be difficult to impossible for some to visit the Earth because their bodies may literally be crushed under the burden of Earth's gravity. But that's a subject for a later date. Allow me to bring it back to the moon. I have been told that lunar rocks also hold water inside them. That would be the key step in creation of a hydrogen-based propulsion system. Building those will require an assembly factory on the moon. And how do you get so many parts onto the moon using far less trips, thus costing less money? Well, film and Russian technology has a possible answer to that question. It is called the chronoplan, and more specifically, ground effect vehicles. And if you are interested, there is apparently a buffer, an invisible barrier/cushion called ground effect that allows for much heavier craft to lift off from the shackles that we call gravity. However, they tend to operate best in large bodies of water. Ground effect vehicles, weighing at around 286 tons or more, tend to be much heavier than land-based aircraft, but can still move very quickly. The Lund-class chronoplan, formerly of the Russian Navy, could move at speeds of at least 342 miles per hour while carrying a cargo weight of around 220,000 pounds. These figures are higher than the air-equivalent C-5 Galaxy heavy-lift aircraft. However, unlike the C-5, this Lund class has never been updated. They have the potential to be able to take off and land without the same constraints of land-based craft. They can be designed to experience less air drag than aircraft while using a sort of water runway to gain the appropriate speed before igniting its rocket boosters to aim for the atmosphere. In large part, this space travel solution comes from the neo-noir anime classic Cowboy Bebop. The large vessel known as the Bebop would take off and land on Earth in a body of water, behaving much like a ground effect vehicle. Can you imagine the possibilities of taking man into space to begin interstellar travel? The ground effect vehicle solution would make it possible to send multiple vehicles to the moon to set up a colony. Once arriving at the lunar base, the vehicle can use thrust vectoring to take off and/or land, so mankind can begin their quest to finally go where no man has gone before. This has been Science on Film, Space Travel. If you would like to hear more stimulating information such as this, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell to receive updates to your device.